I would get invited to Ed's house with the Colombian people were there, right? And they'd rip the furniture out and they're dancing, huh? Stories.
Why was I not invited?
So it was definitely dangerous because like anything could happen down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it was something that we did for fun, and I mean,
Right.
my mom didn't know that.
Right.
I definitely felt a couple times.
We got to send them down some fried jumbos so they know what we grew up on. Nobody like it ain't all that. It's not. They may not think it's all that nice up here.
Yeah.
Put on your helmets and buckle your chin straps for the wildest podcast held in the Steel City. Dubs and Chicken Hawk will give you a taste of the past in fried jumbo.
No, I mean my nickname is Seabass. So
Yeah.
have you tried a
How did
Seabass?
you get the Seabass?
Well, it's because I feel like once you become friends with someone, you
Yeah.
know your name is just irrelevant anymore. They have a nickname for you. So it's just Sebastian, but they cut it in Seabass. So it's like
I was going to
Seabass.
call you Seabass, but I was being more formal with you.
Did that happen in Colombia?
It's always been a thing. It's always been. I mean, if your name's Sebastian, because like my name's technically long, so they're not gonna be like Sebastian. They're like Seabass. I got a lot of nicknames. They call me
In Pittsburgh
Bash.
or what?
That's like my favorite. No, yeah, probably mainly here, not in Colombia. It's probably
Yeah.
like Bash. Bash is probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah. That's where I involve everything because I like to DJ and I also cut hair.
Oh, do you?
So they call me Barber Bash or DJ Bash.
You should have got some clippers. Look at this.
Yeah,
I need a haircut.
yeah.
He always needs
I'll
a
cut
haircut.
it.
Dubs
Yeah.
always needs a haircut.
Always.
He needs a helmet.
I do like DJ stuff. I don't take it that serious, but like I'm pretty good at it. I'm actually DJing a wedding this upcoming weekend.
So you're busy then. You have a job at ADP. You're DJ and you cut hair.
I cut hair, and I also find some time to go out. Always, I don't know how, but there's always time to go out in there. But no, when I went,
You're Colombian, man. You got to dance.
I love to dance.
That's
Cabo,
right.
y'all probably haven't been in Cabo in years.
I think I might have been there maybe the last 5 years.
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But no, like I said, I DJ. I was like, I'm always on music. Once I wake up, music.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, music. Like everything's music around music to
What
me.
kind of music? Like hip hop?
I like everything. I'm not specific about anything. Clearly, my go-to will be Spanish. But I mean, since I've been to Pittsburgh, country music grown to me.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen, Luke
Yeah.
Bryan.
Yeah, it's
like,
good
that's
stuff.
Oh, it's great stuff. I actually didn't like it at first,
Right.
but it's grown to me. I like it.
Yeah.
Like, something good
That's-
to like.
Boy, that's pretty cool. So that's like truly American music, right?
Yeah,
Country
yeah,
music
yeah.
is truly American, right?
Now, something I hate is the hard metal. So I was like, I was like, oh my god, I can't stand
The
that.
screaming stuff.
Do you like you guys
Blue
like
Oyster
that?
Cult and
You guys
stuff.
like that?
No. He's not talking Blue Oyster Cult. He's talking where those dudes
Hard
just
metal? Is it
scream
hard
into that,
metal?
Like thing like they go.
Oh yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like,
I
oh
don't
my
know.
God.
Yeah, that would give me.
I just don't know
headache.
how they even perform that. Like how they
Yeah.
even sing. Like how they even. I will be a headache by the end of the song.
Oh yeah,
it would be
think
awful.
of the pain in your head from screaming like that.
From screaming, and it's the whole. It's not just one song. They're doing a bunch of.
I
them.
know a dude who has a band that does that. We'll have to bring him on here.
It's a unique thing that they have. It's with your throat.
It would hurt.
It would hurt, but like they practice.
I need a nap after one song.
a nap. I need more than a nap after one song. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but country
And-
music's come a long way. I like the old country music. Okay,
Yeah,
like,
Hank Williams Sr. and stuff.
yeah, and Johnny Cash and,
Yeah.
and Chris Christopherson. And then it went south for a while. Like it got too poppy. But now, like there's Morgan Wallen and some of these.
Yeah, some of these
Yeah.
guys are really good.
It's coming back.
So what's going on with music
Yeah.
is like it's collabing with different genres.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
there's rap, there's hip hop. So you'll actually be surprised that hip hop and country are coming together now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, oh my god.
Did you ever
It's
hear
like-
of a guy, Coulter Wall?
No.
Look him up. He's like
He's
Yeah.
a whole doggy, got a
Yeah.
doggy. I mean, he's a young dude like you. He's younger than you,
He's
I think.
younger.
But they're going way back and singing this stuff.
And
you know what I'm
singing that
saying?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So,
that the dude from Saskatchewan? or
yeah,
whatever?
he's from Saskatchewan. He won't even do an interview, and he's killing it, man.
He has
Coulter
that-
Wall.
He
Yeah.
has a
Coulter
deep,
Wall.
like Johnny Cash
it's-
voice.
yeah,
It sounds
and
like he smoked 1,000 cigarettes.
Yeah.
But he's a young dude.
He's like
young.
25, 26. He's
He's
your
young.
age, but
Yeah.
they're throwing it way back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just pretty cool stuff out there. My son, who's 23, is and Luke, he's a little bit older than Luke. They listen to different stuff.
Different
so,
stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I like
so-
all, like all kind of music.
So mainly, I like everything. I just when it comes to like hard metal, I don't. That's
Yeah,
one
yeah,
thing I
it's
don't go
tough.
to. It's like yeah. But no, how I got in cutting hair, I went to Colombia. My friend had a barber shop, and And then I spent a month there, and I was just chilling there because after he'll close it, it will be like a club, like a bar, and then people will come in and it will just be a party. So I've always been curious on cutting hair. So I get back here after being a month in Colombia. I tell my friends, I'm like, yo, I think I know how to cut hair. and then he's like, a month ago you had no idea how to cut hair. I was like, just trust me, I think I do. And it wasn't bad, honestly. My first haircut wasn't bad. And
nice.
Now people just pay me to do it now. I like it.
Oh, that's sweet, man.
You do one of them cool barbershop kind of things with the clippers and all.
Yeah.
You'd probably be awesome at that.
Yeah, no, I got pictures. I'll show you later, but it's I like to take pictures on all types of stuff.
Those are popping up all over the place.
Yeah, and
Super
it's cash.
cool
A lot of it's cash, too, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, I actually started in college. Well, I went to college, and I would just be cutting friends' hair in college, and I'll make extra money doing that.
Yeah.
Where did you go to college?
I went to IUP. Famous IUP.
Oh, yeah.
Famous IUP.
Started off
I started off there for a year and a half, and then I was, it was hard work, man, because it was hard work trying to get to class.
Oh,
you know what I mean? A lot of fun.
It's not for everyone. It's not
too
for everyone.
much fun up there.
There's a lot of partying going on.
It's definitely. So I graduated high school 2016, and then I I graduated IUP 2021. So I went my dad would always be, take summer classes, and I'll be like, yeah, okay. And I just never.
Who would, Edward?
Yeah.
Edward would, yeah.
Edward would be like, you know how he is. Take a summer class.
Yeah.
It would come to summer, and I was like, yeah, I know.
See, he's old school Pittsburgh, man. There's a path. Stay in there. He'll allow you to hit the guardrails, right, and mess up, but he'll straighten you right back up, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I firmly believe, that a lot of times kids need that structure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I've always been good at school, so it wasn't to the point that I was like, I was always been good, and like when I went to North Allegheny and then college, I always knew what I was there for. It's not like. Clearly the party came after and all that stuff, and I enjoyed it. But I've always been good at school.
Got your work done first.
You know what? His mom is she's a special lady. You know that.
Great lady.
And you could tell, even without Ed, she keeps, she's got her head on straight, man.
She does.
Keep you in line.
She likes to dance like every Colombian.
She likes to dance. Yeah.
I remember one of the first times they invited Ann and I, my wife Ann, up to Ed's house, right? And they were having, your mom was having a party with a lot of the Colombians from Pittsburgh. It's just kind of like, when
that's
he said
it
Polish Hill,
it
was Polish Hill because all the Polish would stick together because they knew how to speak Polish.
And that's where you'll meet me, like when I was little and all that stuff.
Yeah. So
I remember that.
I would get invited to Ed's house with the Colombian people were there, right? And they'd rip the furniture out and they're dancing, Stories.
Why was I not invited?
Can you dance?
Hell yeah, I can break it down.
Oh gosh,
want me to get the cardboard?
It's like the Tin Man, the cardboard.
We could do some, break dancing.
It's like the Tin Man. Oh yeah.
Did you see it at the Olympics, the breakdancing?
Yeah, I don't want to talk.
Yeah, no, that was what
that
was something. They're not. They took it out for the next one. They should.
But I was absolutely amazed by the talent that was involved.
Oh yeah,
did you watch it?
I watched them and I thought these guys could do just about any sport.
Oh my God, they're stronger than shit. They're like up on their arms and fingers, and that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's funny. It's funny.
I thought it would be like. I thought to myself, why? How's this in the Olympics?
Oh yeah, you're definitely physical freaks.
But then I watched it. These dudes were like doing handstands and spinning.
Everything, There's a bunch of them that they added the Olympics. They added the shooting thing. Did you guys
They've always had shooting for a long time.
They've always had the gun kind.
No, it's a gun. It's a gun one now. But I bet it's not an actual gun.
That old dude was pretty funny though. He kept his hand in his pocket and shot with his regular glasses.
No, because normally they have a thing to cover one eye. That dude was like just straight up.
He was just straight
up hands. I'm like, and he was good.
He won a silver medal, dude.
He won the silver medal like that. He's like, I don't need nothing. I'm just gonna shoot. He's probably.
Yeah, you don't want to meet him in the street.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you definitely don't want to meet him.
200 yards. So IUP, so you will go up there.
Oh my!
So did you get out before the COVID hit, or were you in there still when that all went down?
Yeah, COVID was there because I graduated 2021. So COVID started 2020. But when I went to IUP, I actually decided to join a fraternity called Sigma Chi.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was something that definitely can get you off the track, but it's good because you get to meet so many people.
Yeah.
That it's like you don't know who's gonna help you in life.
Right.
Yeah, you meet a lot of people, different backgrounds.
Yeah,
and
you never
mixtures
know.
with
Different parts of the
sororities and
country.
stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. So it's like, so that's the way I looked at it. Like just try to get to meet as many people as you can, and one day it's gonna back up, and it's you just never know. Like
you
it
can
could
tell why
be.
this young man does good in sales.
Yeah,
When you first met him at a young age, he had personality glowing. You're like, oh, this dude's gonna rock. He's a rock star sooner or later.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Lord, he already has 3 jobs. And he's bilingual.
Yeah.
Killing
No,
it.
so I've always been like just open. Like I get out of my circle. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm doing this too. I've always wanted to do it, and
Yeah, it's
here I am
cool.
just trying it out. So just getting. It's about stepping out and getting out of your circle.
So when you came out of there, IUP, did you get a job with ADP right away, or how did that all happen for you?
Yeah,
Real
no.
quick?
So it's funny. Before I get to graduate, you talk
Yeah.
about COVID. I was actually in Fort Lauderdale for
that-
spring break.
when that happened?
no,
Oh, man.
okay. So no, let me tell you. So we go down there spring break. This was like before a week. We went the week because there's like for spring break. There's first 1 week, second week, the third week.
yeah.
We went
Yeah,
the first
yeah.
week, and we're all partying and stuff, and it was great. It was like 200 people from IUP, and we got an announcement that we had 2 weeks off for college for COVID.
Oh, boy.
No, we were actually excited. We're like,
Yeah, because you're in
like,
Florida and it was
we're
open.
like 2 weeks, and then the day after that, they're like, yeah, the whole year off. So we were like, what do you mean? Like everyone's like, what do you mean? Like we're out
We're
here,
not coming back.
we're not coming back. No, and then right after we left, which I actually missed my flight too, so no way back. So I went with my Airbnb schedule instead of my flight, and my
Okay.
flight was the day before the Airbnb was over. So I went with the Air. So I woke up and it was like, yeah, we missed our flight, and I was like, oh god. But no, the week after we went, everything shut down.
Yeah.
So we went at a good time. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess like it was a
Yeah.
bad time,
So
but
even
good
in
time.
Florida, they shut her down.
Oh, and yeah, the week after that, they shut everything down. Came back here, everything down. Restaurants. That's when they really cracked down on
Yeah.
that stuff, and
Right.
the COVID stuff. And it was just something that no one was expecting.
You know, when you were a kid, I just want to go back to when you
Okay,
were a
yeah.
kid a little bit because who were the celebrities back when you were a kid in Colombia? Like in America and in Pittsburgh, it was like Steelers, Pirates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone might have thought Michael Jordan was the greatest growing up.
Yeah,
or
was there anything
Larry
like
Bird
that
or
down
something
there?
like that. Is it? Do you have,
I'm
maybe-
taking it back to sports because
Soccer's big there.
you're in the you're in
Well,
Pittsburgh.
It was
it's just
it was
sports.
more of like Renegita. It was, I don't know if you guys see the famous Scorpion, like the guy for the soccer team, the guy that he was the goalie, but like he did this crazy save that instead of holding it with his hand, he just put his legs backwards and saved it with his legs.
Nah.
Get out of
Yeah,
here.
it's Renegita. Who else was a good idol? It was. I mean, I didn't really have a specific one.
Yeah,
That,
because
like,
we're in America.
to-
You know now that you're.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's inundated with that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
everywhere you
yeah.
go, and you're a
Everywhere you
Pittsburgher,
go.
so
Yeah.
it's Steelers,
It's Steelers,
Pirates,
yep.
it's Penguins, it's crazy, right?
But it's crazy to me because like even from there, like you see like this P is everywhere. Like
Yeah.
and even like I saw someone in Colombia wearing it, and they don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Like people just wear stuff down there, but
They don't even.
no,
show
but
it.
mainly it was like just the normal like Juan and Shakira. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know
Soccer
Shakira,
players, right?
Like
They're
that-
mostly football or something. Like, you call soccer football there? Or
football.
Yeah,
Football.
football,
See, I mean that's why they play because like what I would do is after school I would literally we'll all go out and just play in the street like all day all day long. My mom had to force me to come and eat. Like that's how much
Yeah.
I was out there. Like not doing bad stuff.
But you know
'cause-
what? It's very similar to here. Right?
Yeah.
We had a guest on that he's like our age, and they would just play like baseball out in the street all day.
all
and every
day, all day. We would play the little what are they called here? What are they called?
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah, with the little football
cane
thing. Yeah,
things?
yeah.
Mhm.
We would play that stuff. We would all ride our bikes. So in Colombia, there's a lot of buses. So what we would do is kind of bad. We would hang from the back of the buses.
Oh, really?
Like, oh yeah, no,
Oh, your
like
bicycle with your
so
hand.
we were with our hand, and we will go up because like there in Colombia, in Medellin, there's a lot of mountains.
Right.
We're surrounded by mountains, so we will go up a lot, and then once we're like, okay, let's get out of here, and we would just ride down, and
Fly
we'll go
down the hill.
fast. Like it was. I mean, my mom would have killed me if she would have saw me doing
You
that.
used the bus to get you up the top
on the
of the
back,
hill.
on the
it's
back.
like, it's
Some
like
of
a
them-
ski lift.
Yeah,
Jesus,
yeah.
that's
And then
crazy.
some people that's the way they get home. Like they don't got the money down there to buy a thing. So if they go to work like that, clearly on the way down they don't need it because they're riding down.
Right.
But on their way up, they just
Hanging on buses.
They just hop on the things. Some of them don't even have their hand. They just get a little swing thing or a little
Oh, really?
rope, and then like
Stick
they
or
just
something.
and then just
Hook it
ride
right on there.
And then when they need to get off, they just shake it and then it comes off and get off your exit.
Wow.
So it was definitely dangerous because like anything could happen down there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean it was something that we did for fun, and I mean my
Right.
mom didn't know that. But
Right.
I definitely felt a couple times.
Whoa, that's wild, man.
Every time I'll come home, every time for my birthday, I would have a black eye or no teeth. And no, that was like a thing. Like every birthday when I was young, I had a black eye from whatever, or I would just have no teeth, like one tooth like missing and stuff. So
When you were a little kid.
yeah. But I mean, talk about the Colombian almost won the Copa America. Then we
Yeah.
lost against Argentina, which is the present.
Yeah.
Which is the present. Yeah.
But now that you're in Pittsburgh, we'll get back to Argentina because I know you want to talk about that. But now that you're in Pittsburgh, you're a Steeler fan,
Yep.
like big time, right?
Huge Steeler
like
fan.
everybody else. Why is that? I mean, you didn't play the sport, obviously.
No.
But it's
I mean, I've always been a sport guy, honestly. Like, never really. I mean, when I got here and I started looking at the sport, I'm like, what is the point of them doing that until they just go until they scored the touchdown? I didn't know
Yeah.
there was 4 downs. I just thought like they just went until
Oh,
like.
I saw
I'm like,
that.
what is it? Like they're counting how many times it takes you to get there. I didn't know there was like, a 4th down, like kick it.
oh, I get you.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny as hell because I didn't know that. I was like, and then eventually I started getting into it, and I mean, you know, the Steelers are the Steelers. They just have they're like it's crazy what like how far the Steelers travel. Like if you go to Vegas, I was just in Vegas not long ago, and you go to LA and all those places. Like there's a lot of Steelers everywhere. It's
They're
crazy.
everywhere.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty interesting because you didn't know anything about American football
No.
growing up, huh?
No.
No, you probably never watched it on TV, never even had a clue.
No clue. Which is, but it's funny because like when I went to Colombia recently, we were in the playoffs. That's when we were playing. We had to be the Ravens to get in the playoffs. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
Recently. I was in Colombia. I was like, I need to watch these. And there was like a bunch of Ravens fans down there.
Oh,
And it
was
was
there?
like, I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Like it's crazy. It's evolving. I'm guessing. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, that's wild, man. So now you're in Pittsburgh. When you were here in Pittsburgh, I mean, you love Pittsburgh.
oh, I love Pittsburgh.
Yeah, isn't
Love
that awesome?
Pittsburgh.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I mean, do your friends from back Colombia? I know your grandma and grandpa? You use Nona or Noni or what do you say, grandma and grandpa from Colombia?
I say Mita or Pito.
Mita. And
Mita is from like my grandma, and Pito is from my. Now I'm singing Spanish. It's for me for my grandpa. So technically, it's like papito or mamita. So it's like papi or mamita. Just add the ta at the end.
Yeah.
But like I cut it. I just say pito mita.
Yeah, I know he owned like a grape. What did he own? He owned a vineyard or something, right? When you were a kid.
Yeah. No, so he owned he's owned a couple of things, but he owned
He's an entrepreneur. He likes Edward then.
Yeah, he loves it. He owned his own farm and stuff, and he'll build his own like plantains and coffee. So like I will
coffee. That was it.
I will
Coffee.
go there and I will pick up coffee with him, and then actually see the process of how they make coffee, and then they'll dry it and stuff.
Yeah.
And then so I'm drinking fresh coffee from the thing.
Wow.
It actually tastes a lot different.
Is it more bitter or is it?
It's just like the smell is just stronger. Like
Okay.
the taste
Yeah.
is just stronger. But like my grandpa is like the type of guy that he would drink that no sugar, no cream, just in the
Straight
morning,
up, baby.
Straight up. And I mean, I cannot do that. Like, but as I've gotten older, I put less cream and stuff. But I mean, I'm a coffee guy.
Yeah.
I like coffee.
So do I know they visit. I mean, with all of the stuff that's going on down there, people ask you to come here, want to come here, ask you how they are. People more interested. I mean, when you go back home, do they, your friends from back there, do they ask you about being in America, being in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, man. I mean, everyone has that, like, how is it? Like, they just picture, they think, like, it's just winter the whole year. No, so they're like, yeah, like it's like I'm like, no, it has like, and even when it's winter, that doesn't mean it's like snowing every day. You know what I mean? Like it could be cold, but I have to explain them that because they think it's like, oh, so when winter is, it's just like snow like the whole time. I'm like, no, I mean you have like your storms that have. It's like the same thing is down there. When they say winter, that means rain. So you have a rain that comes in and then goes.
Right.
I mean, it might be. I mean, it rains a lot down there because we're right next to the Amazons.
Yeah.
But they're always like, "Oh, how is it?" Like they just think like people in here just collect money from the trash. That's how they look at it. No, they're like they just think like, "Oh yeah, like you're not like how you're not rich yet," and all this stuff. It's like, I mean, I'll tell them you'll be surprised. There's homeless people here too.
Oh yeah,
and it's starting even Pittsburgh. Like it's starting to
see
become it's starting to become.
Yeah,
a
so
thing in
that's
Pittsburgh.
interesting. They have that perspective of America, right? And because they probably don't know what Pittsburgh is. You know,
Yeah.
they could probably just look at a dot on a map.
I mean, they know Miami, New York, Vegas, like
the
but they
big
don't
cities,
big cities like that. But they just think you're like they just think you're
there's
like
gold falling off the tree.
boy,
They just think it's just like playing like the just paper falling off the thing. Yo, let me collect these. Like, nah,
We got to send them down some fried jumbo so they know what we grew up on. Nobody like it ain't all that. It's not. They might not think it's all that nice up here.
Yeah. We had it rough, but we didn't have it that rough down there. We're Central America and Colombia.
They're struggling, man. It's a tough.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
it's happening in Venezuela. I didn't know it was that bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's just sad to see all that. But I hope. I mean, everything works out always.
Yeah.
I feel like democratic countries always end up like somehow winning. Like, I mean, they like. It's just crazy because, like, with all this technology and all this stuff, you believe, like, oh, this is not going to happen anymore, and it's still happening.
It's happening probably more than ever now. It's kind of wild, man.
Yeah.
More than I can remember. I know that.
Yeah, well, it was weird.
People just fleeing.
Capitalism exploded in the Industrial Revolution, but as wealth got created in the United States, it's almost feeling like we're heading that way, you know, where.
What was it like Wall Street? Wall Street is that when the thing really spiked up?
I don't really feel like we're heading there, but there's kind of like a political thing here going on where people would rather see way higher taxes.
More socialism, like
like Europe is, for example, for like Great Britain and Germany and France and things, the tax rate might be 50%.
Yeah.
And they use that 50% to give more people opportunity, supposedly. Okay, but so that everybody could have a job, but the jobs might be limited in pay of, let's say, maybe $50,000 or something. So there's a sea of people. The whole country can find work. And it might be $50,000, but there's no real incentive to be an entrepreneur and try to create your own. I guess you'd say business. Let's say small business. So as the United States has gotten bigger and bigger, I feel like there's a faction of the country that wants it to be more socialistic. Let's just say. And then there's other ones that feel like, no, we got to stay with what got us here and try to be capitalistic. Yeah. And I think you have to stay capitalistic because that's what creates jobs.
And the beauty of America is a young man like you, right?
You have 3 jobs.
You have a vision.
Before you're done, you're going to be multimillionaire. Yeah. I'll tell you that right now.
That's a goal.
Okay.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's right, man.
We'll get there.
A lot of energy and you have
savviness.
A lot of savviness.
Yeah, you can tell he's savvy.
You're not afraid to work.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what America gives you, opportunity, right? And if you take that opportunity away from people to really chase a dream, then,
that's another thing. It's like you go out here and everywhere you turn is like we're hiring or need workers. Like you don't see that in Colombia. Like in Colombia, it's like they try to get a job and it's like, no, we don't, no.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy here. It's like you can go off the blog and find a sign that says that, right?
Yeah. Everywhere.
And it's just.
It wasn't always like that.
And it's because people are trying to build a business to better themselves because they have a vision.
Yeah.
And they're going to need help helping them with that vision. That's capitalism, right? You have a lot of people with dreams and visions like yourself, and it's competitive. Yeah. Competition breeds excellence, no doubt about it. Look at the Olympics, for God's sake.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, because that's why they keep getting better and better and better and better. It's because it's competition. And so in a way, I could see why some of those kids down there have that vision of America, right? Not everybody, they get limited news like everybody else, and who knows what the heck we're seeing and they're seeing, all that stuff. It's not cool. But your perspective of being a young man and having that perspective from down there and up here, and knowing, saying, hey, Pittsburgh's a great place because you have a vision and you know you can do it here, right? Yeah.
It makes you appreciate like more of like what you have. Because I mean, I have a lot of friends clearly that went to North Allegheny, and there's a lot of money in that school.
Yeah.
Like people like there's rich kids out there driving a BMW, like they're like sad.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like
you can't be sad.
You don't know.
Yeah, don't be sad.
Yeah,
like, keep driving your BMW.
Yeah,
like.
Baby, you should be real happy because it's a lot of people.
But I mean, I don't try to enforce that because it's not their fault. Like that's one thing people like get mad at people like that. It's like you can't be mad at them. Because like that's not their fault. I mean, clearly it's not your fault. Your family grew up with money, and then you have these.
Well, they build a business to get that money, right?
Yeah.
Well, people are where they are.
Yeah,
and it could be really high up. So, unless they're going way higher, they're unhappy.
They're unhappy.
You know what I mean?
They're unhappy.
But I don't know. I just think every day that you're breathing and you feel like you have the freedom to go walk wherever you want or do whatever you want or do whatever makes you happy. You don't have to make the most money in the world. But when you have freedom, you have the ability to decide what that's going to be.
What your vision's going to be, right?
Yeah. So that in that sense, everybody should be happy here.
Yeah.
Because you do have the opportunity to do whatever you want.
You're doing great now, man. And you're a Steeler fan and a Pittsburgher and really, you're
really enlightening.
Yeah, and I think you're an ambassador for not only the city of Pittsburgh but for your generation. And I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
It's been awesome having you. It really has.
But thank you guys for giving me the chance of this. I love, like I said, this is my first podcast ever.
Yeah.
I hope I did good.
You did.
You
come
great.
back because we have a lot more to talk to you about.
My gosh.
Yeah, exactly. I would love it.
Yeah.
And what another best way to do a podcast that I've always wanted to do, but talk about myself. So it's something that I was like a little bit. Like I said, I like to step out of my circle.
Yeah.
And I feel like this was one of those things. I was like, okay, I feel like I'll be fine. Just let me sit in there and then
you're doing great.
Go with it.
If you know of any young people want to come on here and just talk about their life and growing up, and they feel that they have a story, or we'd love to have them, man.
Yeah, your situation's really something. I mean, it would be tough. Can you imagine going to another country not speaking the language?
Well,
11 years old.
Yeah,
because 11's a tough age. A couple years per puberty and all that. And you're starting to like girls. Yeah, your situation's really something. I mean, it would be tough. Can you imagine going to another country not speaking the language?
Well,
11 years old.
Yeah,
because 11's a tough age. A couple years per puberty and all that. And you're starting to like girls.
Yeah, but Seabass has been a looker from day one, so he knew it.
I knew I was fine. I just needed to say how I said I liked you.
But think about it. How do you bridge that gap where
he just had that
it was hard enough when we were 11 or 12 trying to tell a girl you like a girl or something, because you're not real sure of yourself. But can you imagine not being able to speak
that language? And that's why the guy that was following me everywhere in school, I was like, you know what, I know I don't speak it perfect yet, but like let me do my thing. That's how I feel like. Okay,
so you're saying you had an aid then, like
a person that would follow me everywhere in school.
Just kind of help you get through the day.
Yeah.
They would be with you and help you interact with the other
students. But like I've always been so social. The only thing that was I couldn't speak to them. But like eventually you start picking up things. It's like, okay, everyone says hello. Clearly I already knew hello what it means. But like you start hearing like, how are you? And then you get more
you make eye contact.
And then you make eye contact.
And when he was, when you meet young people, and he was, I don't know, how old were you? I'm like 7, 9. You were first here in Pittsburgh, and he's always smiling. and always look you in the face. And I'm thinking, this kid's, he's got some energy, man, right? He's going somewhere. But a lot of people
still,
like
I just give him a ton of credit. I mean, that would be intimidating as hell.
No doubt about it.
But
I'd be
not every like they say, if everything was sunny, you wouldn't appreciate sunny days.
Yeah,
you're right.
You need the cloudy days to appreciate the sunny
challenges.
days.
Well said, young man. Well said, brother. I like it.
If every day was sunny, you feel like, oh my God, I wanted to be sunny today. You already know it's gonna be sunny.
Yeah,
it's
awesome.
Did you ever hear that story about those scientists that tried to grow the perfect trees and stuff in the dome? Did you ever hear about that? Yeah, these scientists.
I've heard of marijuana grown in the dome.
No, but they built like this great big dome, and they wanted to make perfect like oak trees and things like that. And it had a controlled environment. They got them to a certain height and everything, and then they opened the dome up so that the trees could reach up to the sun and grow. Yeah. A windstorm came, blew all the trees over because they never had any wind. Ever
to build that strength,
to build the strength.
Wow.
So they never had any tough times.
Wow!
And as soon as they had a tough day of
that's
wind,
a perfect
and rain,
analogy, man.
It
perfect
blew all
analogy.
the trees down.
What a perfect analogy!
Yeah,
but that's like you said. Like if it's not, if you don't have challenges in life, you're never going to be strong enough to deal with the good times.
Amen, brother. I love it.
Called living thankful.
That's it, man. You have a great attitude. I appreciate it. That was great.
All right. Well, hey, we better wrap it up. But man, Sebastian, it's been a pleasure.
No, thank you for you guys. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. We're interested in my story, and I'd love to share it. So thank you for you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you're awesome, man. We'll be talking soon.
For sure.